Imagine you're in a conversation and halfway through you realize you have no idea what the other person just said. Your mind drifted or you were planning another your response. Sound familiar? You are not alone. Hello, I'm Monisha, a personal growth trainer. I have been in advertising for almost 30 years and been a trainer in soft skills for over 20. Both, by the way, are my passions. In this new series, I'm going to be covering topics ranging from communication skills to leadership skills. The very fact we call it skills means they can be learned as they can be taught. These are not inherent talents. Sure, some people find it easier to communicate, articulate, or even present. But that does not in any way mean these skills can't be learned. These series of podcasts are aimed at sharing the knowledge and expertise that I have acquired over the years with everyone, because everyone could use some help. So, let's be honest. Have you ever caught yourself pretending to listen but actually thinking about what you're going to say next? Why does this topic matter so much? Well, the modern world is full of distractions. We think we listen, but most of us don't. Not listening leads to misunderstandings, broken relationships, and missed opportunities. If we master active listening, we unlock better communication, stronger relationships, and even career growth. Active listening is one of the most underrated yet powerful skills in communication. Studies show that we retain only 25 to 50% of what we hear. Let me repeat that. 25 to 50% of what we hear is all we retain, meaning most of what people say goes in one ear and out of the other. But what if you could change that? What if you could become the person that people trust, confide in, and respect just by mastering the art of listening? In today's episode, we'll explore why active listening is a game changer in personal and professional life, the common mistakes people make when listening, techniques to improve your listening skills immediately, and some real-life stories of how active listening transformed relationships and careers. So, grab a cup of coffee or tea, sit back, and let's dive into the world of active listening. So, why does active listening matter? Active listening builds trust and stronger relationships in both personal and professional settings. Leaders who listen well make better decisions and motivate their teams effectively. It also reduces conflicts. Many workplace and personal misunderstandings stem from poor listening. It improves learning and retention of information. Let's look at a case study. Let's talk about Bill Clinton, the master listener. Bill Clinton was known for his exceptional leadership and skills and listening skills. We are not going to talk about what else he was known for. People who spoke with him often said he made them feel like they were the only person in the room. He maintained strong eye contact, asked follow-up questions, and genuinely engaged in conversation, which helped him build deep connections with world leaders and the public alike. What are the common mistakes that kill active listening? Listening to respond, not to understand. Instead of truly listening, most people are busy preparing their reply. Then, interrupting or finishing other sentences. This signals impatience and can shut the other person down. Daydreaming or getting distracted. Thinking about your to-do list while someone is talking. Guilty. Judging too soon, jumping to conclusions before hearing the full story. And not acknowledging what was said. People want to feel heard. A simple nod or I see can make a big difference. Let's look at an example of a job interview that failed. Imagine a candidate being interviewed. The interviewer asks, "Tell me about a time you handled conflict at work." The candidate starts answering, but halfway through this conversation, the interviewer interrupts with, "Okay, I get it. So you're saying you don't like conflict." The candidate is caught off guard because that wasn't their point at all. This example highlights why assuming instead of listening can hurt relationships and credibility. So, how do you improve your active listening skills? Use the RASA method. It's by sound expert Julian Treasure. R for receive, be present and fully engaged. A for appreciate, show small acknowledgements, nod, yeah. Summarize, repeat or paraphrase key points. Something like, so what you're saying is. Ask. Ask clarifying questions or deeper questions. That's the RASA method for you. Then practice reflective listening. Instead of responding immediately, pause and say, it sounds like you're saying that. Or, so what I'm hearing is. Or, do I understand correctly that? This makes the speaker feel heard and ensures that you're on the same page. Let's look at another case study. Oprah Winfrey's secret to connection. Now, Oprah has interviewed thousands of people, from celebrities to world leaders to everyday individuals. Her key to making guests open up? Reflective listening. She paraphrases what they say and asks follow-up questions, making them feel valued and understood. How can you do that? Eliminate distractions. Put away your phone. No texting while talking. You know, that's a very common one. These days, I have to tell my husband, I'm talking to you, can you please put away your phone? Or, I am not talking to somebody who's looking into their phone. Maintain eye contact, but don't stare too intensely because that just creeps people out. Use silence wisely. Let the other person process their thoughts. Then, you could also ask thoughtful questions. Great listeners ask open-ended questions like, can you tell me more about that? How did that make you feel? What's the biggest challenge for you right now? I hope what I have just said makes sense. So, what are your key takeaways? Active listening is about understanding, not just hearing. Avoid common listening mistakes like interrupting, judging, or getting distracted. Use techniques like the RASA method, which is reflective listening and asking thoughtful questions. People remember how you make them feel. Being a great listener makes you memorable. Remember this: people don't remember the words. People remember how you made them feel. I want you to consider the last time you had an argument or a fight with somebody. If I ask you what was said, in all likelihood, you will not remember. What you will remember is the emotion you were left with. So people remember how you make them feel. So, challenge yourself. In your next conversation, practice the RASA method. Let me repeat. What is the RASA method? Receive, appreciate, summarize, and ask clarifying or deeper questions. Reflection. Think of a time when you felt truly heard. What did that person do differently that made you feel like you were heard? Perhaps there's a lesson that you can take from that book. Share. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend who could benefit with better listening skills. Look, listening is a superpower. The better you listen, the better your relationships, the better your career, and the better and faster your personal growth. Start small. Be intentional. And watch how people respond differently to you. You can follow The Infinite Learning on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can connect with me if you think I can help you or your organization. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please do subscribe, leave a review, and follow us for more insights on personal and executive skills. See you next time.